Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Casper. And before we fully jump on into this video, I just want to ask if you guys could please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely, and it only takes a couple seconds, and guys, it does greatly help. So if you guys do so, I do greatly appreciate it. Now, with all of that in mind, you guys could also go check out NCashOfficial.com. I am having a 45% off sale on the Ultimate Crusader Trading Bundle Pack until the end of this month for Christmas, so definitely go check that out if you guys are interested. But with all of that in mind, let's just jump on in and let's talk about the market. So overall, we have been seeing a little bit of some price movement on Bitcoin, nothing too much. Honestly, it hit some resistance, and we are still waiting for the validation on the next major move on Bitcoin. Now, with all of this in mind, I am also watching Casper very closely because we are seeing, the ecosystem continue to grow and grow and grow. But we are also at some significant key levels that we need to break over. Now, with everything in mind and everything that I've been talking to you guys about, I have been talking to you guys about Web3 for a little bit of time, because I do believe that Web 3.0 is definitely going to be something that really sparks, the flame for a lot of these major layer ones, especially, even Casper. And we are still very early. I mean, obviously, I don't really care about Elon Musk and Jack Dorsey talking about Web 3.0, but of course, retail individuals do. And we do see here's what it is and why it matters. And they are talking more so about it being a hazy concept. They're talking more so about it being decentralized fully. They're talking about technology being pretty much all behind cryptocurrencies and NFTs and stuff like that. But overall, we are seeing here that a plethora of entrepreneurs around the world are trying to design and build the technologies and protocols that would support Web 3.0. Elon Musk thinks that Web 3.0 is more of a marketing buzzword than a reality, while Jack Dorsey argues that Web 3.0 will ultimately end up being owned by venture capitalists. Now, in my mind, when we're talking about Web 3.0, I fully support it. I think that these major, billionaires and stuff like that don't want Web 3.0 to come here, because it actually takes power away from those who are, behind these corporate chairs that are making money off of Web 2.0. In my mind, I think that Facebook and all of these major, social media sites are going to get disrupted greatly by something like a decentralized social media platform that doesn't, take power away from the people, and also it gives a ton of freedom to the individuals, and it doesn't spam them with ads or, tracking their identities and stuff like that. So in my mind, I think that Web 3.0 is definitely going to be something to really kind of keep a close eye out on. And of course, we do see that the market cap and the trading volume is exploding in terms of this market, and we know that we have some significant Web 3.0 assets within the space already, like Zio and stuff like that. Now, I talked to you guys about Zio when it was at a fraction of a cent. It's a significant asset still, but it is up 16,000% year to date. We also see Flux up 8,400%. I mean, there's a ton of assets within the Web 3.0 scene that are up significantly, but for the most part, a lot of them are still fairly early in their infancy stages. And in my opinion, Casper definitely is one of them. And I do think that when we're talking more so about Casper and the future of it, here it is sitting at number 167 in terms of the entire global crypto market. But when it's sitting at about a 17 cent range or anything like that, I remember, when we started pumping out of like the 15-cent range, everybody thought that we were going to the moon. But in my mind, it was never going to be something like that. But again, when we're talking more so about this, trading volume is still down about almost 18.47%. We do see that we are sitting at about a $350 million market cap, and with what they are building, they are extremely undervalued at their current level. But like I said, there's key significant points to watch for. In fact, when we're talking about 15 cents and we're talking about like 17 cents and stuff like that, that's where I'm really kind of watching for us to reclaim. Currently, right now, we are fighting resistance at the 618 fib level at about 1230, and we have been bouncing off of the 702, or I should say we bounced off of the 702 once. I'm watching Casper closely here because the RSI looks a little bit weak. I've been talking to you guys about other, assets similar to this, or I shouldn't say similar to this, but that look very similar to this in terms of their RSI strength being very weak, not a lot of volume as well, and you can pretty much see that. So right now, I am watching Casper closely for some major bids being hit or anything like that. For anybody who does want to buy more Casper, I would definitely be watching closely as we do much on in this week. But right now, I'm just kind of keeping a close eye on the fundamentals behind Casper and really kind of just backing my overall investment in Casper. So I'm just watching everything kind of unfold, and the things that have been unfolding is stuff like this. So we did see Wise Keys, Wise, our NFT marketplace, adds new collection of NFTs from new artists. So this is obviously continuing to grow, and they are continuing to add more and more. And we do see that they are adding a ton of new artists, as you guys do see over here. You can read more about this if you guys do want to, but I'm not going to read to you guys all about these artists. You guys can do that yourself. But of course, in terms of this, overall NFT marketplace, I think that this is going to definitely be something very significant. And we see Wise Art is working on cross-blockchain support, enabling a truly open data economy with the support of Ethereum, Polygon, and Casper Labs, and gradually adds new chains so to ensure interoperability and scalability as part of WiseKey's overall strategy to act as a leading platform of the Web 3.0 revolution. And of course, in terms of all of this in mind, I definitely do want to keep a close eye out on the NFT scene, because we know that the NFT scene is definitely exploding. But I do think that, in terms of art museums and art showcases and stuff like that, I think that that could be something very interesting to be, an NFT or be tokenized in general. So I'm actually very interested to see where these art marketplaces kind of go, to see what they unfold into and really become. So I'm keeping a close eye on WiseKey, because they also have other major use cases. Now, not to get a little bit confused with WiseKey and Wise Token, but we do see Wise Token actually moving within the Casper ecosystem as well. And we do see a nice update on the Casper ecosystem. Wise Swap will be the beacon for fair and ethical finance. We can't wait for it to integrate with Casper Network. And there's still a lot of stuff to actually happen within the Casper Network for Wise Token. We know that this is backed by Ethereum, but they are building within the Casper network. And we do see here we've been getting a lot of same questions lately. When decentralized exchange, when 50-day auction, what is Casper? So, when we're talking about Wise, token, there is a lot of things to really kind of look into. First off, their decentralized exchange and stuff like that. But I do think that this is going to be a significant project that gets built on Casper, because we are seeing, a lot of products within this. We see a staking app, we see a lending app, we also see a liquidity app, and this is actually going to be, partnering with decentralized exchanges and stuff like that in terms of providing liquidity. But there is also a lot of things to really kind of look forward to, and this is just one of many, by the way. Like, this is just one project that is going to also be, just one of many that are going to be within the Casper ecosystem. And of course, you guys could read more so about Wise if you guys are, welcome to. You guys can go check them out. But I think that when we're talking about a lot of these use cases, I think that all of them are going to provide significant value to the Casper ecosystem, as you guys already know. But yeah, within that, I think that this is going to be very interesting. Now, I do want to talk to you guys a little bit about this as well. We do see here, congrats for the first time. 50,000 holders of Casper number more than doubled in the last 4 to 6 weeks. Guys, I just want you to understand that individuals who are jumping into Casper right now are literally getting in on almost ground floor levels. It's 7 cents above the all-time low. This is still fairly, early. I've talked to you guys about this. I've discussed it to you. I've talked to you guys about how there's still a lot more exchange listings in store for Casper. I do greatly, I honestly, in terms of where we are now, I do greatly think that we are still at almost ground floor levels, even at our current levels, because when we're talking more so about the all-time highs, we have a ton of ROI still yet to come. And with everything that has been happening within the amount of holders, pretty much holding Casper, getting into Casper, we even see a ton of, individuals staking Casper, so a lot of the supply is gone in terms of locked up value. I think that the price will definitely follow. And we are still seeing a ton of other projects being built within the Casper ecosystem, like this Apocalypse NFT platform. They are pretty much jumping into the metaverse. We do see here, my name is Joe. I'm the founder of APOC. NFT, pleased to meet you all. And they're really going to be talking more so about this being, at the forefront for NFTs in terms of an NFT project, an NFT world, or a metaverse world. And I think that this is going to be something that's also very interesting. Like I said, there's a ton of like these little projects being built within the scene, and I'm very excited to see them come to fruition. Like, this is, doing a little bit of a giveaway right now, but they also give us a little bit of an insight on what the ecosystem is going to look like. I mean, this is like pretty much the world here. I'm very excited for this, and I think when we're talking about what's happened with all of these little use cases, they might be little in everybody's mind, but I also think that these are something that's going to pretty much spark the revolution in terms of mass adoption on the Casper ecosystem. And of course, we also seen another use case being brought to the Casper ecosystem. I know that I just said ecosystem like 100 times, but this is Casper Dash, and we just hear, are you an artist or creator? Do you want to publish your collection on the Casper blockchain using a friendly UI? NFTs minting, a feature now available to everyone at testnet, Casper Dash, and all that kind of stuff. And this is also very interesting. I mean, a lot of these, this is a wallet, by the way. So this is a Casper wallet, and you're going to be able to mint NFTs. You're going to be able to own NFTs. There's going to be a lot of things happening with this, and there's also staking within this as well. I mean, these are some very early use cases still, though. Like, this is still very new. But a lot of this is definitely going to, in my mind, grow in terms of, just not only the ecosystemal growth, but also in terms of where these do pretty much lead to in time. I think that all of this is very good for Casper. I think that this allows a lot more value to be transacted within the Casper network. And when we're talking about the future for Casper, right now, I wouldn't focus too much on, price action. I would more so focus on the fundamentals behind it. Like right now, yeah, the price action has been a little bit stale since we did hit that little bit of a high of like 24 cents. I definitely am watching the Bitcoin price chart, as you guys do see a little bit of an impulse there. RSI looks fairly weak, volume looks weak, so I'm not saying I'm expecting more downside. I'm just saying I'm not expecting any upside anytime soon either. So I'm still watching Casper closely. I'm still, very bullish about Casper. I definitely want to see more updates come. But we've been seeing a lot of stuff happening. I mean, even with WiseKey as well, which I definitely think that I'm going to be doing a little bit of a deeper dive on WiseKey in general, because WiseKey, is just not only an NFT marketplace for Casper. There's so much more to this, and I definitely think that we should pay attention to the companies that are involved within the Casper system as well. And, these are just a few names. So with all of that in mind, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys don't want free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join a free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.